What's up, everybody? Andy here with Soblue Productions. We are glad to be back. We have the Southern Nationals Pro Championship 2022 edition, sponsored by Between the Pines Disc Supply. Big shout out to them for this video coverage of this front nine. I am here with the one and only Taylor Holly, and it's good to be back.
Let's go! So good to be back, Andy Burns. So good to be back.
And it's been a while.
It has been a while. It has been way too long. So thrilled to be back in the booth.
Yeah.
Let's get it kicking. We got ourselves a par 3, first hole of the day. 332 feet. A crazy landscape here on the first hole, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, this, as you can see it in the flyover, which shout out to Underdog Discs for sponsoring the drone coverage, and Jay Gaines for doing the drone coverage. But man, this first shot, as you can see, Christian just kind of a little early release, but this landing zone is crucial. You do not want to be in a bad position to get up to this basket.
Yeah, and I mean, I would assume there's probably, I guess maybe 3 trains of thought. You lay up short, way short, play over the hole, throw down in the hole, and you just play up there. Maybe you get really aggressive and try to go the whole way. But regardless, I would just want to be down the middle somewhere, I would assume.
Right. That's probably a little to the right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christian in warm-ups here, puts it at the pin. Just shows it's gettable, but not easy, as the opposite's going on now.
Yeah. That has to be, I think, in golf, like the most frustrating thing, right? Is to come out and play around, play holes great in warm-ups, get out to the actual round, and then just absolutely botch it.
Yeah. Chad with a pretty good spot off the tee, but goes a little long. He might have a look back there. Once you get past the basket, there's a little walkway you can kind of sneak peek at. But man, Christian is just struggling to find it.
Now, Andy, is that a Mando there? Or just maybe a... Oof. Wow, great upshot regardless.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember if that was a Mando or not. Might just be, direction sign.
Sure. Oh, another great run there. Soft little touch, but to your point, as earlier, a little bit long, and I would think comeback putt here going to be a little tough, because anything longer than the basket on the comeback putt, you're going to be dealing with that ravine again.
Yeah. Nice little shot from Chris. Chris, a multiple Soblue covered player.
Yeah, I believe has made multiple appearances at the City Mobile Championships alone.
Yeah.
Has become quite famous on Soblue coverage down at City Mobile. Heyo.
And his last shot actually went into the ravine, so I believe he's in for his 8 to start the tournament.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, the only thing you really take away from that is you hit a really good putt, right? So just like, if you can mentally move past it, you can let yourself, move forward with the fact that if you can get around some baskets, maybe you can make some strokes up with some birdie putts. But what a tough first hole.
Yeah, not the way he wanted to start. It is the first hole of a 3-round event, so I guess good luck.
Yeah, a lot of golf left to play. I mean, if you're going to make an 8, rather take it on hole 1 than on hole 54.
Yeah. So there you see it. 3 pars. Chad with the bogey. Christian is glad to move to hole number 2. We got a par 3, 286 feet. Thanks to Jay for this drone coverage again, and we're flying down the open part of this fairway. You get to the trees here where we enter the gap. It goes a little downhill down to the right, and your putting green kind of narrows a bit, but this is the ideal shot.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Good shot there from Trea.
Yeah, I'd say so. I find that little tree just around the basket kind of interesting. You got a guy that just threw a park job, and now he's got some funky little tree in his way from 8 feet out. So hopefully he can navigate.
Alex just catching that tree. That's a a nice guardian tree in the fairway. That just around that corner, you're sitting pretty.
Whoa. Wow. All right. Well, not as bad as I would have thought when he first caught the first limb. And interesting. I would say probably a local route there to just go high hyzer and crash it into the basket.
Christian kind of squeezing down there. But yeah, once Chad hit the leaves early, like I was thinking there was no chance he got past those trees. Alex with his upshot, I believe in the southern Mississippi area, semi-local.
And a little curl job. All right.
Do what you got to do.
Casual. All right, this would be a big putt here for Christian. You talk about the 8 on the first hole. Whoa, no way. Jeez, man. Wow.
That's such bad luck.
Well, you know, the cost of running it sometimes, I guess. Jeez. What a tough start.
Yeah. Yeah, 8-4 is... There's no way you think you're starting with that.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, an 8-4 really tests your mental fortitude. It'll test your willingness to want to get back into this tournament. It'd be really easy to just quit caring real quick.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling not the attitude we're going to see here from Christian today. So
No, love Christian. He's the infamous Soblue clip of falling down in the middle of his putt. I think it was at Wallace State, maybe.
nice.
Big jump putt and like slipped on the way to the basket. It was great. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you have seen it, find a way to link it to something so everybody else can see.
Comments here or something.
But yeah, here's a par 3, hole number 3, 328 feet or so. Some of the distances we're a little unsure of, but it's a roundabout.
Depends on how you're playing it. If you're playing it down in the ravine,
Yeah.
up the ravine.
But yeah, you get that landscape again. It's just nuts.
Yeah, Andy, I've been really intrigued so far with the landscape of the course. I think it's really like a very unique course in terms of that. You know what I mean? These cool little ravines and rock features, and I don't know, not something you find all over the place, right? I mean, it's not something I've seen much of. So
Chad kind of giving the basket a little heat check, going to the long position.
And you see a lot of these guys just trying to take the elements out of it. This high spike hyzer, not wanting to fool with any of the trees, trying to thread a needle here, just go right over the top. Wow, what a crazy wind bounce.
If he stays, did it stay up?
I think it did. I think it stuck. We'll find out shortly. But
Trea, with the upshot, he is playing in his first open event and gets lead card action.
Wow.
Feature card action, I mean.
No pressure there.
Yeah. Good player, though. He's fun to watch.
Lead card action and then lead card on camera action.
Yeah. Oof, man, that's a difficult putt.
Yeah, and you hear the wind whipping. And after watching Christian's drive, I mean, just that crazy air bounce he got. All right.
It's a good touchy shot. You run that and you're going down the ravine, kind of like hole one's comeback, but that's not where you want to be. But it looks like Trea's going to have to just settle for the bogey. Christian.
Yeah, once again here with a birdie putt in back-to-back holes. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Some momentum.
That one stayed.
Put the 8 behind you. Yep.
Yeah, got one back.
And sometimes that's what it takes, man. I mean, again, I get it. Nobody at any point during a tournament goes, yeah, cool, I'm fine with an 8. But if you could take it early and you can find a way to put it behind you, you can make the strokes up. I mean, there's a lot of golf.
Yeah.
A lot of golf.
And you're looking at the other scores. Nobody's off to a birdie start or anything. So going to hole number 4. This is your first true distance test. You got that tiny gap out of the gate, but wide open field here.
Pair of picnickers over there to the right.
Some picnickers.
Yeah, some picker knickers.
But yeah, you get to this mound where all the trees are. Got you a jump putt up there. I mean, a 2 would be huge here.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think a hole like this, again, 500 feet for these guys, it's not a lot. So the biggest thing is making sure the position off the tee is correct. That way you can find the right gap for the upshot, make a soft landing on this uphill approach. And really make the easy 3 out of it.
Where this is headed.
Perfect.
Yes.
So and that's really good, right? Like
that's fantastic.
Chris is going to have a jump there. You can't ask for much better.
Yeah, there is this is heading that way. Chad's going to find this left side. There is a little gap over there. Apologies for the little baby in the background.
Everybody say hey to Adeline.
But, yeah, so there is that left gap. If you go too far right,
come out.
Alex is unfortunately showing us.
That is an absolute crush.
But yeah, goodness gracious.
Well,
so he found
short basket.
That's the other basket.
Yep.
But he might have a tough look from there. Same for Trey.
Yeah, and hopefully the old picker knickers are gone because they'll be real close to where they were sitting. Yeah, and so far I think this course has shown everyone can definitely be scored, but you get off your lines here and it's, I mean, just watching Christian on hole 1, it's really tough to navigate through some of this. So trees are pretty dense and not a lot of forgiveness out there. And this is, Andy, to your point, that's that left-handed route that you were speaking of.
Yeah.
Definitely a gap there that you can approach the basket if you're a little too far left. But you're right, the too far right is the issue. No real lane there.
Yeah, Christian definitely be pleased with that.
Yep.
This is a 3-hole, 2 is a bonus. Don't want to take more than that though.
Easy approach from Chris. Should make for a fairly stress-free 3. And I think any golfer can attest. Stress-free birdies, even really sometimes stress-free pars, not having to work for those pars.
Yeah. Unlike what Alex just did.
Yeah.
Huge putt, saved the 3.
Yep. Yeah, if you putting, double-digit par saves from outside of 10 feet all around, and it eventually weighs on you, man. It's heavy on the nerves.
Yeah. Good putt there from Chad. Total Chad.
Chris and Christian here finish off this hole. Solid hole. Everybody found a way, a lot of different ways, but found a way to do what they needed to do there. So
yeah, they showcased every place to go on the fairway. But it takes us to hole number 5, par 3. This is a pretty hole. You can see the drone just flying down towards the basket. You go from the trees to the open, back into the trees, and basically, what do you throw on a straight line? And that's what you need to pick.
I always love, and not an extreme elevation change hole, but just a good elevation change hole, especially like this, right? Like, yeah, you need to figure out how to throw something straight, but you also, look at a 372-foot hole and you go, okay, maybe this normally for me, right, is a higher speed fairway driver.
Mm-hmm.
But the elevation change means, okay, maybe I need to throw more of that higher speed mid-range. And so it makes your brain work a little more to figure out exactly what you need to dial, and makes the disc a little touchier sometimes. So
yeah, that's something which I think Alex, that's pretty. Yeah, that's beautiful. That had to be a mid. It looked pretty thick.
Yep, that looks like a mid there. Yep.
Which we saw him bomb on hole 4 before he hit the trees. He can probably throw very far. A lot of people would never throw a mid close to 400 feet. When you think about it.
And I love this little skinny tree here on the left, because you saw a lot of those guys, instead of bringing the disc flat across their chest, a lot of them were trying to hyzer flip, and that's because of that little tree. And just a few of these guys not being able to quite get the hyzer flip to flat on the disc, finishing left on this hole. Oh my goodness, what a run. Wow. I tell you what, especially after hole 1, I think Christian is showing you the quality of golfer that he is. Obviously,
Yeah.
the 8 has not defined him, but he has made some very good throws, some very good putts. Obviously, he's had a little bit of luck issues with a couple of rollaways, but again, it's just kind of getting himself together here, laying down a few pars, got a few birdies, getting himself back into this thing.
Yeah, his head is definitely in the game still. And that, you couldn't say that for a lot of people, I'm sure.
I will not say names. We've had a few people through the years being on camera and starting out big tournaments and just taking bad numbers on first holes and then continuing to take bad numbers the rest of the round. So
Yeah, Alex, you will notice the long pants, long sleeves. It's super hot outside, but
bold strategy, guys.
that's just his thing. Like you see people cutting grass in all their sleeves. Once you get used to it, you almost don't want to go back. I'm not going to try it.
Once you go sleeves, you never go back, I guess.
What could rhyme with that? I don't know.
Moving on to hole 6. We got ourselves a short little par 3, only 155 feet. However, as you'll see, the basket just on the edge of this little cliff area. Gonna make the landing here quite touchy. Also, gonna probably make for a few rollaways if guys can't figure out exactly how to land the disc properly on the slope.
Yeah, and I think Alex got a little love from the tree there. Also a hole you might just try to, hit the basket. Just go for it.
There you go.
Did that hit the pole?
Yeah.
Right on cue.
Little pole tickler. Right on cue. Oof.
That's going to be a tester.
Coming in hot. Oh, nice checkup.
Yes.
Little backspin.
Hit down on the ball and just sat on the green. So, I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but it seemed that everyone was more willing to miss left. Like, goodness gracious, good putt. If you're that confident going back towards the drop-off, then why not?
Yeah, and to your point, Andy, I think that miss left at least allows you to stay somewhat on the level of the basket.
Yeah.
Versus missing out right, and you're making a huge uphill putt back into this basket.
Maybe risk hitting basket and coming back down.
Yep.
Looks like Downey up there.
Bazinga.
Well, they made that look easy.
Oh gosh, there's a hill behind it.
Yeah, if you'd have told me we'd ended up with, let me not jinx anything here. If we'd ended up with 5 birdies after those tee shots, I would have told you no way, Jose. But
After his first hole, don't chance anything there. Moving on to hole number 7. This is a cool hole, also kind of a weird hole. It is a par 4, plays north of 450. Once you hit this landing spot right here, you want to flare hard towards this thing of a fairway. Maybe right here is the best gap that the drone's flying. But yeah, I mean, this is tough. Your tee shot's crucial just to try to give you some sort of a lane.
yeah, I don't know from the flight preview if I'm the biggest fan of this approach part here, but to each his own.
Yeah, I love the idea of this 2-part hole. I think there should probably be some of those little twig trees taken out.
Yeah.
But
Find a way.
didn't get away with it. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
Man. I was about to say that looks like the play that you try to draw up. I don't mind that.
I mean, I feel like that is the, I guess you would call it the safer play. I believe this is more of the line you're wanting to take. First tee shot was the best, and then nobody could follow suit.
The Ben Page special.
That's right. I feel like I had to bring it back. Oh, baby.
Shout out to the catch cam.
Who is that mama?
There goes that mama. There goes that man.
Yeah.
Chris not really finding the luck there.
Ah, jeez.
I should have went turnover.
Easiest thing to say after you don't throw a good shot is that you should have done something else.
So Trey did find that ideal little gap. And man, well played.
That was beautiful. No, he's going to go turnover now. Great touch.
Yeah, it was, man.
Great touch.
Shout out to the R Pro Rhino.
It used to be a favorite of the old Andy Burns.
Yeah, it was. Mr. Chad Sherbert putts with them too.
Really?
I don't know that I've seen that.
I've seen about it all these days. Seen guys putt with Firebirds, so, you know.
That's something I have not seen. So Alex, that was his tee shot, yeah. So he's maybe going to be looking just inside the circle there to get the 3. And I think Christian will save his 4 at least.
Solid putt. Downey playing fairly solid so far, per what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, Alex, that putt is smooth.
I was literally just about to comment on how so far through 7 holes, I think the putting from this group has been pretty good.
Yeah, it has all around.
Yep. Oh, a little back on.
Getting frisky. So yeah, pretty good hole there. 2 under par as a group. You got a couple of players, Trey and Alex, leading the way at 2 under, taking us to hole 8. This is a cool hole, par 3, 275 feet. That little ridge right off the tee kind of might get in your head a little bit, not to throw it too low, but then you're gonna, I think the ideal play is to just burn this hill. Maybe just try to let it sit here in front of the basket.
Yeah, and I think with the ridge and the way the hole leans, it forces you to throw back in here. Almost impossible to try and throw a forehand at this basket. Again, one would be tough, really get it over the ridge to flex something out, but then obviously something finishing right, it's not going to be ideal. So, going to really test your backhand.
Yeah, and neither of those are in a terrible spot. Maybe not looking at your 2s.
Just a little too straight, maybe?
Yeah, kind of tailed off to the right. Depends where that tree is. Right, that's sitting right there by the basket.
That'll hold, that'll be nice.
Yeah. That might have been a putter. Don't remember. Would explain the very straightness.
And the lack of kind of skip at the end.
Will we see a slam dunk from downtown? That is yet to be seen.
I would love a good slam dunk from downtown, Andy. I believe we first coined that phrase at the Fairhope Jubilee.
Is that what it was?
I do believe so. Someone can comment and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Maybe Matteo on hole 3. We'll see
It
how
would
good
be
my
Matteo.
memory is at the Fairhope Jubilee. I cannot quote the year.
Ooh.
Oh no, settle. Ooh.
Good
Yeah,
sit.
I think that was the first ever slam dunk from downtown.
Good times.
Well, that thing is just, I mean, it is not off the pole at all.
It's like a magnet.
Yeah.
And it's just that little quick little spin putt.
A little flick of the wrist.
Mm-hmm. Nice little tweener there from Trey.
Uh-oh. First little hiccup from Chris there.
This whole sucks going back down.
Yeah. At least your hiccup is still a par.
Yeah.
It's pretty uphill. Easy to do that. Luckily, he sat right there.
Got to get those legs involved. few more squats in the morning, maybe.
Shout out to that monster tattoo.
Yeah.
Channel it.
Hey, Alex is off to the hot start, man.
Yeah, he started to pick it up. Well, this might be my favorite hole.
This hole looks gorgeous.
It is beautiful. Par 3, hole number 9. We've got it listed at 420. Shoot it with your rangefinder. If you find something else, let us know. But yeah, drone flew straight down the hill. Beautiful fairway. Kind of a gentle little green. You want to just sit something down, which might be tough since you're coming from the top. But this is a nice hole.
Yeah, I mean, I think ideally you're trying to drive something down into the ground and flat, right, and use the ground to finish this guy. You'll get some ground love here. So great shot there.
Yeah, the local new pro is kind of showing the way.
Chris might. Nope,
I don't
not
guess so.
quite. Thought he might get away with that one there, but Pine Tree wins again.
That's looking nice.
Oh, jeez.
They clip it.
Yep, just on the front edge.
That was such a smooth little. What is that?
Maybe a Buzzo S, maybe?
Maybe that was a smooth little upshot.
Oof. All right. Well, second tree might have been a good one.
Yeah. Smart play. Not much else to really do from that distance. Just make sure you pull it off.
Oh boy. You saw that as soon as it came out of his hand there, just a little late release, or maybe just caught onto his finger for a half second too long and hung out right.
Yeah. Kind of it was interesting that he chose to go gap instead of that little slight turnover.
Yeah, it seemed like what would be a pretty easy little putter kind of wrist flick shot on an Anheuser there.
Good clean up there for Christian. Chad can try to close out his par to finish the front 9. And it's really been kind of an interesting start here for this card. You got Juan and Christian battling back, doing it well, mentally at least. You got Alex kind of catching a heater here. Trey, the local, showing, I mean, he's got it too, sitting at 3. And you know Chad can play, so it's good stuff. I mean, it's going to be exciting back 9. As always, we love doing it. We thank you for watching. there's your scores. It's good. It's fun.
Hey, glad to be back, man. Glad to be back. Look forward to this back nine and can't wait for a doozy.
Yes, sir. As always, thank you guys for watching. Shout out to Between the Pines for sponsoring this video. Be on the lookout for the back nine coming soon. And shout out to Keith Bodine for running the Southern Nationals Ladies event this past weekend. That's good stuff too. Be looking for other stuff coming up. See you later.
Peace.